Hey y'all, it's PD here from Ignite Helps Outreach at the Ignite Church of Myrtle Beach campus. I'm down here on site, and as you see back here, we got Dave and Brandy.
Hey, bless you.
Hello, God bless you.
And they're standing in front of the Ignite Church van, the Myrtle Beach campus van, and they are leaders of that transportation ministry. And today they are part of what you see there behind us. You see an open door full of coolers in there, and in those coolers are hundreds of meals. This is one of our delivery days, and they're setting up for drivers to come in. So I'm down here on site at this campus, and soon people will be coming in, the people that are drivers, making it possible to deliver 300 meals today. Well, maybe only 250 from what I'm told, but 250 to entire households all around Myrtle Beach to give them a few days of food. And it's supplied by Meals on Wheels of Horry County. So we do these deliveries twice a week, and I want to give a huge shout out to Michael Tyler, the Hunger Crusaders, who's the director of Meals on Wheels, and his team who tirelessly and unrelentingly are dedicated to combating hunger in this county. So guys, as a pastor, I'm in a very public office type role. So I work with people all over the city and the county, the nation, and in my case, often the globe. And they're not always just Christians. There are all kinds of genres, all kinds of peeps. But the most startling question I got recently was from a Christian. Should we really be doing this with all the coronavirus stuff going on? Why are we doing this? Well, first of all, guys, Jesus and his disciples, they fed and ministered to people's needs in close proximity to many likely dangerous and potentially contagious ailments. So why did they do this? Well, it was because Jesus cared more about people's eternity than anything else. The temporal was just a doorway for him to get into their hearts. We got to remember, guys, that our charitable works, they have a deeper dimension than simply feeding the hungry because they're in need of food. Amen? We engage in the works of mercy, not only for those practical reasons. Anybody can feed the hungry because they need lunch. We get involved with works of mercy mostly because in the poor, we recognize the face of Christ and thereby recognize the innate human dignity of each person. It's easy to see the dignity of the human person in a successful, good-looking, accomplished, and talented person. But it's not so easy when the person is a drug addict, a murderer in prison, a panhandler, a drunk. You know, that's the challenge. Or someone who's lost their job even to a deadly virus outbreak, like we're going through right now, a lot of, and is begging you, who's still working, for some crumbs from your table. It's not always easy to see the goodness in that. That's why we do it. But secondly, we're engaged in works of mercy because God is merciful to us. We give from what we have received. And the gospel teaches that when we do this, we actually receive much more. Almsgiving multiplies prosperity in our lives. We are blessed, pressed down, and running over. Our lives become richer as we give away our riches. Okay? So thirdly, we're involved in works of mercy as an act of evangelization. We should never simply give bread to people. We should also give them the bread of life. We share the gospel of salvation with them, not only a food parcel. Okay? So that's the big thing. That's the biggest thing we do this for. I spoke recently to another pastor locally about getting involved in our food outreaches with us. And, you know, sadly, he declined to be involved. He told me very bluntly, you know, we don't give people we don't give people food. We give them the bread of life. When they get saved and join the church, their life is turned around, and they soon get a job and take responsibility for themselves with our help. You know, that's a very sad and broken perspective. But while I don't agree with his approach completely, I see his point. The more we just give people stuff, the more we are reinforcing the idea that the only solution to their problem is a material solution. So in fact, we need to be sure that we're letting them know that the real solution is more than material. We need to give the physical solutions, the material solutions, but we also need to talk about the spiritual, life-changing solution. We can do them both. It doesn't have to be one or the other or exclusive. We should not do less than give people stuff, but we should do more than give people stuff. We should be reminded of what a radical idea such charity was in an ancient world. Now, most of the world has now absorbed Jesus' teaching, that we should do unto others as we have them do unto us. But most of the world, they've accepted the need to help the poor. It wasn't always that way, guys. It wasn't. If you look back in the Roman Empire during the time of Jesus, there was a different type of thinking at that time. And it was the stuff that the Romans said, the stuff I take from you, I take by force, because it's mine, because I'm powerful enough to take it. It was a jungle out there, guys. Nothing like now. If you were weak, they were strong. Oh, and they're like, oh well, bad luck for you. The Jews also had this belief that if you were poor, it was your fault, or it was your parents' fault for some sin you had committed. And if you were rich, it was an obvious sign of God's blessing. So, at that time, like anywhere else, there definitely was a level of charity, but it was low down. It was a low down kind of thing. The occasional act of pity for the poor, but there was not the deep understanding of the root of charity. So this is why Jesus' teaching that it was difficult for a rich man to enter the kingdom was so revolutionary and upsetting, really, at the same time. Remember, the disciples said, well, if that's so, then who can enter the kingdom of heaven, Lord? They were so shocked. The radical claims of the Gospels stood the world on its head. And that's why we at Ignite partner with people like Meals on Wheels. We are not radicals, but we are advocates of a radical gospel and excited to be part of still turning the world on its head. We don't believe in a quiet faith, my friends, not here at Ignite. The church is not four walls. The church is walking alongside the broken and pointing them to the Savior of the world. Hey y'all, we love you. Take care of yourself and others. This is PD at Ignite Myrtle Beach signing off. Peace out, y'all.